Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Anne Manera, and welcome to today's live color along. I'm excited about this morning because this morning is the launch, basically, of Mushroom Mania. My newest coloring book came out a couple of weeks ago. If you're looking for a free page for this book, you can get a free page to color along with me this morning, and then you can actually post your page on the event page by Monday, November 18th. I just want to find that link, actually, before we go any further. Few hiccups this morning with technology, so I don't know what's happening. But good morning, everyone. I'm so glad that everyone is here. Hey, good morning, Lynn Miller. Good morning, Jean Mellinger. Melody's here with us this morning. Alexandria and Alice for our Romper Room audience, right? Karen Martin Walker is here with us this morning. Good morning, my friend. So if you are here with us this morning and you are watching here on my Facebook page, what you need to do is head over to the link that I'm going to pop on here for a free page. It's actually just right in the event page. So let me see if I can find that, because technology and Paisley are not cooperating with me this morning. Hey, we're coloring this page this morning, and I'm going to use a variety of colored pencils. I've got my Black Widows out. I've got some Black Widow Spider. I've got Black Widow Skin Tones. And my goal today is to try to make this look like the night sky. So, keyword, my goal. May not work, I don't know. Not everything I try actually works. How about you? So I just want to make sure that I get this event link for you so that we can get that free page. All right, so here it is. All right, let's see. Paisley and Scarlett are just saying, hey. Good morning, Diana. You can get this free page with the following link. I know Marvin was asking. Feedback is terrible, Jean. You know, there's been some issues with Google this morning. I tracked some stuff. I would say refresh. There were some issues with Google this morning. And I want to just let this play for a couple of minutes before we add anything else. Chris, good morning. Good morning. I'm gonna get another pencil. I was hoping I had my Cobra pencils with me this morning, but they seem to have slithered away. Okay, hang on. Okay, girls, go lay down, dog friends. Let's get all the dog friends to go take a seat. So, hey, winners are being announced this morning. You've been getting messages from the Dawn Boyer color-alongs that I've been doing over the past couple of weeks. So be sure to check your messages. Good morning, Dawn. Dawn Gino is here with us this morning. Diana won. Diana Mauricio has won. Kerry Taylor has won. And what was the other person's name? I want to make sure that I get the name correct. And Sebachette, I believe is the name. So go ahead and check that stuff. You can use markers. You can use anything you want to color with. So a couple of things we're going to do today. We're going to color this page. Here's my page here. This is a challenge right now, right? We'll be getting this colored this morning. I'll be using a variety of colored pencils. We're going to do a flip through of the book. And then the other thing that I have is I actually just completed a painting from this book. And I took one of the pages. This is a great example of what you can do with many coloring books, where you can take the pages and you can transfer them to any other surface. In this case, I transferred it to a stretch canvas. This is a 6x8 stretch canvas. This is actually available now on my website this morning. I'm going to pop another link here. I have these canvases available with shipping. You can actually purchase these pre-drawn canvases. They just don't come with the paint. And then you can either color them or you can paint these. So this is kind of cool. I thought this was a neat thing to do with this, and I just kind of felt like it seemed very psychedelic, and I changed it a little bit from the page that was in the book. I think I got rid of maybe some little details from the page that I took it from. So the link for the pre-drawn canvas, Jean, I'm popping it right here. Is that what you're talking about? Jean, what link are you looking for? There's a delay, right? We all know that. There's like a 19-second delay or something ridiculous. Ridiculous. Isn't just the word ridiculous? I don't know. It's ridiculous. Hey, Heather Berger. So, I'm not sure what link Jean is looking for, but I've got these pre-drawn canvases, and they are on stretch canvas. They're 6 inches by 8 inches, and they'll already have the drawing on it for you, and then you can go ahead and color it or paint it. I'll be actually adding some more pre-drawn canvases to my website over the coming week, so I think it's kind of a fun little project to do as we head into the winter cold and freezing cold months, don't you think? So before we begin, let's take a look at Mushroom Mania. 8.5 inch by 11 inch book, and I had a lot of fun drawing this book. I actually miss it. I miss drawing this book. I colored the cover. It's got a leather look to it, a feel to it, because it's that matte cover. Hey, Bridget. So the first page just kind of has the name and then the copyright page. And then it has this page here, which a lot of people like to color this. I don't know if I need a magnifying glass for this or not. And then it kind of has information about how to follow me, take a look at my website, where there are tons of books. I've got actually some information that's been posted on my website and on my Facebook page over the past couple of days, that if you're trying to order something from my website and you feel like this is not working, my computer's being a snail, I'm tired of technology, I forgot my password, because it happens to the best of us, you can actually pick up the phone, old school, pick up the phone, dial a phone number, and I'll answer the phone, human voice, and I'll actually speak with you and take your order over the phone. So I've got that post up on my website. I'm on my Facebook page. It's on my website also. So just take a look at this book. What's cool about this book is that it has some different things hidden amongst the grass. Hidden amongst the pages, there's some little gnomes. And then Scarlet and Paisley are in this book also, along with my little dog nephew, Charlie, and past dogs that are no longer with me. So my dog friend Willie is on this page. And as we look through, there's some dragonflies, some flowers. So just a variety of different mushrooms. Here's another gnome that's kind of hiding in the corner. Let me just refresh this page here. See what's happening with refresh. This is the page I used for the painting, the canvas, the pre-drawn canvas. So that's the painting, that's the drawing I used for that pre-drawn canvas. And all I did was take away the mosaics that are in the background. I just took away those background shapes, basically, and just turned it into this. So you can actually do that when you transfer a page to another surface. Take away what you want, transfer what you want. This is probably my most favorite. This made the cover with a little fence behind it. Again, this was just so much fun to draw, and I actually kind of miss it. So I feel like I could do a second one. I don't know. It depends on how well this one does. Here's another gnome hiding. Maybe I'll just draw it just for my own enjoyment. But this has even, the number of mushrooms per page vary. Maybe some of them have 5, some of them 6. Here's another gnome guy just kind of hiding there. Here's another dog. This is my dog May, who's no longer with me, but she's kind of hiding in the corner amongst the rest. My dog Georgia, who's no longer with me, is in there. This was a fun page to draw with this glass vase or glass mason jar with the flowers in it. And then here's some birdhouses that are hanging. So this was a lot of fun to draw. So I hope you can take advantage of that free page that's on the event page, and you can color your page. Submit it by Monday. This Monday coming up by 8 a.m. Eastern time. Here's Paisley, and I'm sorry, that's Scarlet, and here's Paisley. And here is my little nephew dog, Charlie. So that is this book. 2 copies of every page, so you can color twice. You can share with a friend. I don't know. You could not share with a friend. You can just, do you share your pages with a friend? I don't know. Do you? I don't really like to share my coloring pages. Thank you, Heather. Heather's saying I love the dogs in there. Yeah, I think it was kind of fun to put the dogs in there. I'm working on a Christmas book similar to that, but I'm having a little bit of trouble, to be honest with you. And then I got a little sidetracked with my vintage Santa grayscale coloring books the past couple of days, which were kind of just like on a whim. I wasn't really planning on doing those. And then I just like, I don't know what happened. Sometimes I just do coloring books on a whim. And I'm going to start with my friend Orange, of course. And I just kind of did it. So I'm starting out with my orange colored pencil, and I'm going to do a lot of blending and shading on this particular page, starting out with a really heavy pressure towards the bottom of the stem of this mushroom. And then I will work my way up the mushroom stem to lighten up the color orange. And then the background, I kind of want to do it as a night sky. I'm not sure if that's going to work. So it'll be an experiment amongst friends, right? We could all try it out together. And you don't have to color, this page exactly the way I'm coloring it to enter to win a copy of this book. But you can post your finished page on the event page, and of course share it on coloring groups. That's the most fun part, right? And you can enter to win a copy of this book. Here is kind of a green color. Make this grass down here. And I don't have anything underneath my page, and I did that on purpose so that I would be able to take advantage of that hard surface that I'm coloring on top of. So you don't share either, Heather? We're coloring book hoarders, don't you think? When it comes to, I don't know, we don't like to share our stuff. Somebody was making a comment in a coloring group the other day, asking just that question: do you share your coloring books? Do you let people color in your books? And I thought to myself, it's like letting someone use your toothbrush, right? It's like, I don't know if I want anyone to be coloring in my book. Maybe you can kind of like make a copy of the page for somebody. So this book, I can't believe how I drew this book very fast. It was, and you know what ends up happening is I'll draw the book quickly because I'm having so much fun drawing it. It almost becomes like an obsession. It's like sleep. What's that? I'd rather draw. Everyone has things that you do that are similar, that happens. Don't you think? Do you have a hobby or something that you do that is something that keeps you from sleeping, eating, paying bills, that type of thing. Heather's saying, my hubby won't even let me touch his. Oh, come on, Dustin. Bonnie Hughes, Anne, would you mind removing the logo in the lower right-hand corner of the screen? Thank you. Yes, I removed it. So Jean was asking about a link. Jean, what link were you asking about? I'm not sure what link you were asking about earlier. Hey, good morning, Lisa. So, what else is everybody working on? Any good giveaways lately? I always love a good product to give away, don't you? We're counting down the days to get to Thanksgiving, though, right? I'm not sure. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. Is everybody looking forward to Thanksgiving? I am to a point, but sometimes I just kind of want to say, why? Why Thanksgiving? So much food. This is kind of a mint green color, and I'm going to kind of go up this page by coloring from the bottom up. Maybe it's my friends from Be Safe at Home. Those Be Safe at Home people. So just giving this kind of a light color in the background here, behind the grass. And I guess you could easily mix this bottom section with maybe some brown or some darker green, or even a yellow would look cool. But I kind of always wonder, what do the mushrooms look like? Do you think that sometimes people say that, well, isn't there kind of like this belief that, Jean is saying, I got my picture from the PDF book and that is the page I was looking for. Okay, good. I didn't know what link you were looking for, Jean. I'm sorry. We were a little out of sorts there for a minute, Jean. I'm gonna go back to this this same color, this magenta color that I did over here. And I'm going to do this one a little bit different, where I'm going to color kind of a heavy pressure on this right-hand side of it. And then as I move over to the left, I'll lighten it up a little bit. Jean, I hope you got my email this morning too with the files for those books too. I love this color. I could color the whole page this color. But that would be boring, right? So what's cool about these skin tone colors too is that there's a lot of colors in here that would be perfect for the shrooms, you know? So this one right here is called Fairy Floss. And I'm going to color the top part of this mushroom and kind of go on an angle a little bit as I get closer to this side and just kind of give it, you know, a little bit of a twist there. And then where's my carrot color? I love this carrot color. This carrot color is one of my favorites. And I'm going to do the same thing here, maybe a little bit darker here. And then kind of lighten up down here. Just to kind of give it a little bit of dimension. I'm going to take this yellow color here and kind of go into this section that I did not, like add a little bit of yellow to this carrot color. And I'm going to do the same thing, yellow on top of this Fairy Floss color. It kind of gives it a little bit of a glow, don't you think? And then we've got this white color that's in here also, and I think I'm going to kind of go on top of this, just right at the top, and again here. All right, now under the undersides, what do you all do with the undersides? I kind of make them a little bit, this one is called Pretty Pink. I'm going to do a heavy pressure for the whole stem. This guy looks like he needs to have, like, you know, a sturdy base, right? Heavy legs. I checked before I got here. You didn't get it? I sent it this morning, Jean. I'll have to send it again. Take a look. Take another look. Yep, it went through. It says that you got it. So maybe you need to check your spam. Bonnie, did you post the picture that you colored of this the other day? I would love to see it. All right, so this one is called Sherbet. And I'm bouncing around with these little guys, you know? Why not? And then we've got this Pretty Pink color. Oh, Fairy Floss, sorry. And I'm going to do a heavier pressure right here. So I don't want the mushrooms to I don't want them to, like, you know, be too blatantly out there. But let's give this guy this color right here. I'm going to do a really heavy pressure. This guy just is screaming like heavy pressure. And my pencil just broke. Oh, make sure you post it, Bonnie. I would love to see it. And then I'm going to put some yellow underneath. I'm wondering, why do I have two of these? I guess there's two different yellows? I don't know. Do you think that these underneaths, like the undersides of these mushrooms should be different like every other to create a pattern? Or do you all think that they should be just kind of like, you know, just the same color? I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about what they should be. But I do feel like brown is just kind of calling my name for this. Kind of put some brown in there. Scarlett, what's wrong, my friend? You're not liking the mushrooms? Come here. My little squeaker. That's my squeaker dog, Scarlett, over there, squeaking up a storm. All right, now this one I'm going to color. I'm going to save my yellow for the undersides of the mushroom. It's the underbelly of the mushroom. Bonnie, you colored every other so it created a pattern. Yeah, I think that's my best way to go. I kind of think it should be like that too. It just gives you kind of more to color, doesn't it? This is, again, my carrot color. Same pressure for this one, nothing fancy. And it's funny because I'm coloring this from the bottom up, right? But that's also how I drew it. So it's interesting. Here's pretty pink. And for this one, I'm going to kind of go on the angle of, I've got to get Scarlett to get her path cleared. Come here, Scarlett. What's wrong? She's in the way? Paisley, move on the way for your friend, please. Come here. Here, sweetie. I had to adjust the doors. There you go. Lay down, Scarlett. And I'm going to leave it a little bit lighter up top. So it's like the light is shining up there. And then maybe add this kind of like orangey color to the top of it. Just so it kind of fills in those spaces that are already white. Just kind of fill it in like that. All right, now I've got this in my hand anyway, so let's go with this. I kind of like that brown underneath it on the underbelly. I'm going to call it the underbelly. Doesn't it sound like it's like, I don't know. Bonnie, if you need to send it to me in a message, I can post it for you if you want to. It's up to you. It's not mandated. It's not necessary to post it. It's optional, you know. We don't want people to feel pressure that they have to post something, right? All right, now this one is called Blush. And what I think would be cool with this one is if I kind of color the top of this mushroom with this blush color and then used another color with it. Poor Scarlett. Paisley keeps blocking her path. Paisley, you need to move over so she can get through. And then I'm going to use this carrot color just kind of on the edges. And in the corners. It kind of looks like mushroom color, doesn't it? And then I'll add this sunburst color to the top of it. So it kind of looks like it's got a little bit of a glow to it. Add a little bit of yellow underneath on the stem. Hey, Alexandria, Orange Doll Escalator. Alexandria's got to give me a call one of these days so that we can swap accents, right? We can share the love of the Orange Doll Escalator. All right, I've got to go get Scarlett to move out of the way while everyone I'm going to give everyone a minute to catch up. Put this kind of a dark color under here. My pencils are crumbs today. Doesn't that happen? When they're crumbs. All right, I'm going to go help Scarlett for a minute. Hang on one second. All right. You don't think Midwesterners have accents, Alexandria? Really? Where are you right now? You need to call us. Wouldn't that be funny if it was like a surprise call? That would be kind of a riot, wouldn't it? All right, now this guy right here, I feel like he should be brown. I'm going to start out with kind of a heavy pressure on the bottom of the stem. I don't know why I went with this color scheme. Do you ever color something and then you think to yourself, why did I go with that color scheme? All right, now for this one, I'm going to go back up with some pink. This is, again, pretty pink. And what I think I'm going to do with this one is maybe add a little bit of the magenta color that I had in that Black Widow spider pencil. I heard that Black Widow was coming out with another set of pencils. Does anybody have the scoop on that? Because I don't know the skinny about it. Does anyone know about that? Maybe he'll participate in coloring camp in January. Hey, I have a question for all of you. Coloring camp is scheduled for winter is going to be January 26th to February 1st, okay? So I'm working on the book right now, believe it or not. I am working on the book. And I was thinking this morning that should I release that book for before Christmas so that people can buy it as Christmas gifts for all of you? Or should we... or should I wait until after the holiday? What do you think? You know what I was thinking is that I know Amazon does like a $5 coupon every once in a while. So that book is actually going to be a little bit higher. Rather than being that $19.99, I'm going to pop it up to $21.99 so that people can take advantage of that $5 coupon. So I'm not sure if I should release that book before Christmas so it's available for holiday shopping. And then maybe it would be available for that coupon too. What do you all think about that? What do you think? 48 premium set. Oh my goodness, really? That's awesome. I'm going to have to get in touch with him. I'm going to add some yellow to this orange mushroom top here. I really kind of like this one the best. I don't know why I really like that one, but that one, I like that one. I'm going to add some more magenta to this now. I'm going to flip it over, though, so I have a better grip. Pivot. Pivot, pivot, pivot. And then I'm going to lighten up my pressure as I get to the top portion of my stem. And then we're going to add yellow underneath to the underbelly. It reminds me of like the seedy side of life, right? Doesn't it remind you of that? And then let's add some, you know, my friend orange. And then there was that dune color I thought somewhere. Wasn't it this kind of color? This one right here. Here it is. Oh, this one looks good. This is a good color. Every pencil is breaking today. Chris is saying, I think you should release it before Christmas. You know, I'm thinking, I think you're right, Chris. You know what? Because I feel like there might be some good coupons, some good deals that might be happening. So that would be a good book to release before Christmas. The other book that I'm thinking of releasing before Christmas is Color Along Volume 14, which doesn't really start until March. But it would be cool to have that out too, get that released so that it could kind of be Christmas shopping. And then after that, I'm just going to like go to the Bahamas or something, or just kind of take a break. Hey, Omana and Trish. I don't know. After that, I'll just disappear and take a Facebook hiatus while everybody, or take a social media break while all those books are out. I don't know. Okay, let's see how this looks by pivoting it back up. Oh, I'm liking it. All right, so those are all my mushrooms. So now let's find some green. I'll work on my stems. I really like this dark green that's in the Black Widow Spider. Oh, before Black Friday, that's even better. I better get cracking. I better get cracking, Heather. Forgot this. They're all breaking. What is going on? Let's see if this works. Nope. What is happening here with my pencils? Okay, by the time we're done with this pencil, it's going to have like, you know, nothing left to it. I'm going to have to use a different green. I don't think this is going to withstand the stems. All right, so there's my green there. That was that last blade of grass. And I'm going to go back up to here. We're going to give it a try. Let's push it. Push in the envelope. Yeah, I think I should probably do it before Black Friday too. You guys are right. I'll get them out before Black Friday. Color Along 14 is pretty much ready to go. I could probably finish that up ASAP. The camp book needs some work, but this way they're out. And you can take advantage of coupons. And if you're part of the Colorist Academy membership, of course, you get that book as part of your membership. So that's not a big deal. All right, we've got these dragonflies. And I'm going to use a different green. I'm going to use this light green for the leaves here. We're going to pivot. It's actually not pressure, Lynn, believe it or not, because they're done. You know, I just kind of chip. I chip away. Color Along 14 is done and ready to load. It's ready to submit. And Color Along and the camp book is pretty much just needs to be like assembled. But the cover's done. So it's not that big of a deal. Moving along. Hey, Alana, do an art room office tour. Oh, what a disaster it is in here. Let me tell you, I'm always moving things around too. I don't know. Some of you have seen my studio setup. I don't know. It's just not, I'm always moving things around. I'm looking for purple. And I don't seem to find it. I'm looking for purple to do those dragonflies. But in the meantime, let's move on to my flowers. Of course, I'm calling it upside down. You know, I was watching this video last night, Omana, speaking of art room studio tours. I was watching this video about this woman who was sitting there saying how much she's just sitting in an absolute and utter disaster in her studio. And everything is just such a complete mess to the point where she can't find anything. And I'm like completely the opposite. I go on like kicks of really throwing stuff away. So I go on deleting frenzies. Daughter's saying, I'll be working on an order for pet portrait on glass. Oh, how exciting. A friend of my daughter's ordered it for a friend who had to put their dog to sleep. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Lynn says, my pencils were breaking the other day. I emptied my sharpener and they're fine. I just emptied my sharpener. I just cleaned it. Everything. So I don't know what happened. It's just that one particular green. Okay. So I'm going to use this blue color, actually. Maybe it's because I throw them. How about that? Maybe I'm breaking them. I'm looking forward to redoing my craft room. Dawn is saying, I want an L-shaped desk and one separate desk on wheels for my nails and clay. You know, Dawn, I sent you that link to that desk that I have, right? I looked for an L-shaped desk. Oh, months. It took me months. And, you know, it's hard because you have to make sure you have room for both sides of the L, right? You know, both sides of the L-shaped desk to put on a particular wall. And then the question is, where do you want it to stick out in the room? And it's a difficult thing to purchase. So I purchased that one that I sent you the link of, and it's worked out really well. It was pretty easy to put together. But I also have another desk in the same room that is just a regular desk. It was like the old desk, and that's what I use for paint. That's what I used to paint on. You kind of need two, don't you think? I mean, could easily use another table too. I don't know if it's worse to have too many surfaces or if it's better. I don't know what the answer is, but the L-shaped desk is I got to the point where when I was looking for an L-shaped desk that I didn't even like what I was seeing, and I was ready to actually just build my own. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I get to the point where it's like I don't like what I see, so I'm just going to make it myself. And then I start to think, oh, you're making things difficult. They're very expensive, Dawn. You're right. It's not a cheap thing to buy. And you're better off. If you could make one, go for it, because I think you'd save a lot of money if you made one. I'm going to put some yellow inside the wings of the dragonfly, because he's fancy, but he's not, you know, he's not too fancy. And I'm going to say that, oh, I was going to say, are all dragonflies boys or girls? But you have to have both, right? Yeah, horizontal surfaces do fill up quickly. You're right, Lynn. All right, so there's the body. And then I am going to add this sherbet color. No, I don't want sherbet. I want carrot. This carrot color to my yellow on top of it, just to kind of give it a little bit of a tint. And I'm kind of leaving those lines. You know, somebody colored one of my pages last week, and they did all lines. Instead of dot, they did lines. It was really nice. All right, let's see how this looks when we pivot and flip. Oh, not too bad. So we've got to think about that other one over there in the corner. Of course, I forgot to color the leaf that's on that particular flower. So let's get that green. And then I'm going to go let Miss Scarlett in because she's cranking. She's screaming at the door. Lisa says, I ran out of workspace. I'm assembling on my ironing board. Oh, my goodness. I have so many tables that I could set up. Okay, Scarlett needed to come back in after visiting the facilities. All right, so this guy right here, I think I'm going to go a little bit different. I really wish I found my purple. I don't know what I did with that color. Oh, no, we definitely need that for the night sky. Oh, here it is. Lynn says she has 2 desks, a folding table, a small kitchen cart, a microwave table, and other items under certain tables. I know. Isn't it crazy? You could easily set up more and more. Okay. This one's going to get purple. Especially when it comes to painting, you know. Gotta have flat surfaces for that. You know, at one point I had used my living room as my studio. And I just I was like, why am I bothering with this, like, you know, using the living room as a living room? So I flipped everything around, and then I kind of was like, should I do that? Maybe not. So I flipped everything back. But, you know, ideally, I think I'd rather have it like that. How about, I was watching this one woman who did, I think she did wreaths, and she had needed so much space that she actually took her bedroom, the master bedroom of her house, and she turned that into her, I'm going to give this guy an orange body. She turned that into her studio, her master bedroom. I thought to myself, well, why not? Right? Why not do that? Okay, let's give this kind of red color on top of this yellow. It's a little bit of a glow. Okay, now we are going to now do the mosaics that are in the background, and then we're going to attempt to do the background as a night sky. Chris is saying my living room is my coloring studio. Why not, right? Isn't it crazy? I feel like flipping it. Yeah, oh, the dog's caught. Exactly, Dawn. I know. But, you know, I put a blanket down or I put a bed down next to me, and my dogs like the floor for some reason. And a couple of weeks ago, I moved like an easy chair into my room. Alexandria, I don't, well, terrible. I think she's still alive, Alexandria. Alexandria knows what I'm talking about. I think she's still around. Oh, Alexandria. Long story about that, right? Okay, so let's see what color. I'm not sure what color these little things should be, but I'm gonna just kind of go with just why just kind of vary them. So I'm gonna go with this red color first, and I'm going to kind of do pressure on one side, light on the other. Just nothing too fancy. Just a basic blending or basic shading technique. And then back over to this one up here. And I think I'll put some blue in here. Dawn is saying, I thought of taking the wall down between the craft room and my bedroom and making it all one. It's like, which one do you want to keep? Your art supplies and your coloring and your crafts, or your husband, right? You have to have room for the dogs, although make their own room. I know. So I moved this chair next to my desk one day for Scarlett, and thought to myself, look, you can just kind of like sit next to me, and there's your spot. You have a place. And it was no small task either to get this chair into this room. And she got in it, like the novelty of it, sat in it, looked at me, and about 5 minutes later got up and never got in it again. I said, well, this wasn't worth my time. So apparently she did not like it. She must have said, what the heck is this in here for? This doesn't belong in here. And then I thought about, what if I have all of my my art supplies, my desk, everything in my living room, and then I have company, and I have like a holiday or something. What are people going to think? Are people going to say, what the heck is this in here for, right? So I don't know. I'm going to add some purple to this one now. And of course, I've got to add some yellow. Some yellows back here too. This book was really a lot of fun to draw. It was very adorable. Plus, it's a lot of fun to color, and it's a lot of fun to paint too. I mean, when I transferred this onto this canvas, this was a lot of fun. This canvas that I transferred this onto. When I painted that, and I did that. I painted this with Arteza paint. Have you all used those? Arteza acrylic paint, they're really, really nice. I want to buy Arteza gouache. Gouache is a opaque type of watercolor. I always think of it as the in-between of watercolor and acrylic paint. Has anyone ever used gouache? So I'm not sure if we use that one yet. Here's some orange though. We need to use this. And let's use yellow instead. Wait a minute, that's not yellow. This is yellow. Hey Lois, Dawn is saying, I had a lounge chair in the living room that I used to work on with a tray, and the dogs could climb up on it and literally lay right on top of me. They can't do that. No, they love that chair. A lounge chair like, I'm thinking of an outside lounge chair. Is that what it was? I used to have a recliner in my living room, and when I would recline it, Scarlett, when she was a puppy, used to get up on the like the part where you put your feet, and she used to lay on top of it. Maybe she misses it. I don't know. I'll have to ask her if she misses that chair. I have a feeling that she's going to say yes. See what this color is down here. Oh, this is a brown color. We don't want that one, but I do want this deep orange color. Lynn says, I bought Arteza gouache and I have not opened it yet. Lynn, you need to open it. I think you would like it, actually, Lynn. You know that? I think that you should use that instead of watercolor. Don't use watercolor anymore, Lynn. Use gouache. When we're using watercolor in the painting class, Lynn, my recommendation to you is that you use gouache, because I think that the watercolor, I don't know. I just can tell just by the way you paint that I think you might like it. What do you think, Dawn? Dawn, have you ever used gouache? I think we've had this conversation before. This is a pretty color, this aqua turquoise, isn't it? I didn't even realize this color was in here. All right, we're gonna kind of concentrate and see what the heck is happening here. I have this one left. And the only other one I have left is this one up top. But let's pivot. We should have like coloring yoga or something. Wouldn't that be funny? Every time we pivot, we all like pivot. Oh, I know what you're talking about, Dawn. Like an L-shaped couch. Yeah, I really think you would like it, Lynn. Try it, my friend. I haven't used gouache in a very, very long time. All right, I've got this very, very deep blue color. Extremely deep blue color, okay? That's for my background. I also have Midnight. And then I also have this dark blue color. And I have yellow. And I am looking for, there was like a turquoise color that I had somewhere. My pencils are a mess today. No, this blue color, right? So I'm just going to use these colors here for my night sky. Get this out of the way. Slamming my pencils. Are you a pencil slammer? All right, I'm going to go with my darkest color. And I want to show you what these colors are. We can use this. This is a page from my new vintage Santa book. All right, so we've got this dark color here. Look how dark that is, right? Then we've got this color here, which is black. Then we have this color, which is just kind of this turquoisey color. And now we have this navy, and then I have yellow. Now, I'm going to add some white to this pile too. So these are my five colors here that I'm going to use in addition to white. And see what we can do with this. So let's go with the darkest of the dark, with that dark blue, that really deep blue. And the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of give this a very, very light pressure. Same pressure on the whole background. And as I get closer to that side of the mushroom, like to the corners of things, or like where there's kind of a closer space, I'm going to lose a little bit of a heavy pressure. So I should have done that down here also. And maybe down here. And then as I get closer to here, kind of like where these dragonflies are now kind of coming together and they're having like their little first date. That's where we're going to kind of add in this turquoisey color with some yellow. Because we want that to kind of look like it's glowing. Is Melody still watching? We talked about this was it last night, Melody? I don't know if Melody's still here or not. We were talking about doing a class with a night sky. For some reason, I thought I had put that on the coloring camp schedule. Did I? No, coloring camp is going to be bling, layering mediums, how to draw the camp cabin is a drawing one, paper weaving, that's going to be a cool one, grayscale photograph, bolding, and disappearing lines. Hey, Bev. All right, so I'm going to kind of move back over to this section here. And again, heavy pressure kind of because I'm in between the mushrooms. So it's like the darkest part of the night. And then I'm just realizing that I have this green here that I did not fill in. I'm going to use this kind of like a turquoise color right here. And I'm going to put some yellow on top of it to kind of make it look like a little bit of a different green. Because don't forget, you can layer the colors and they'll still kind of turn into another color. All right, now we've still got this section here, which is really dark. And then this here, which is really dark. Okay, so now I'm moving on to this here area here. Again, dark because it's kind of like in between. And remember, we've got to kind of create this as like a circle in here. Now, don't forget, I'm attempting this. I've never done this before. Hey, did you guys talk about never doing something before? Did you see Johanna Basford is doing, she's going, is it Monday? She's going to try to break the Guinness Book World Records of drawing the biggest drawing. Did everyone see that? Gonna give this one a quick shopping. All right. And then I'm gonna go back over to this side. I'm gonna pivot a little bit though, just so I can get the right angle. And just kind of lighten up the pressure a little bit as I'm moving up. You can kind of see how that's kind of happening a little bit. And I'm going to stay with this same pressure that's here as I go on top of that other mushroom here. And then this is kind of like in between here, right? Maybe this would be a dark section here, but not that much because now we're going to kind of work within that glow. All right, so before I get out of hand there over there, let's go back to this bottom section and use a little bit of a heavier pressure. So nice contrast with the green, right? With the green grass. And then as I move up, I'm going to kind of move back up to here. The darker background is making the mushrooms pop, isn't it? It's amazing, isn't it, Karen? How about this? Is it weird that my favorite thing about doing this book is that there's a mushroom emoji? How about that? I've decided that the next book, every time I do a book, there should be a book that there's an emoji for it. Come on, we all love those little emojis, right? I don't think I've ever had a book where I can actually, where there was one. Yeah, they do have really good color, Bev. Do you have these pencils, Black Widow? I'm using the Black Widow Spiders collection set, and then the skin tones. You know, the skin tones are not just for skin. Okay, so I'm moving up the whole thing, right? And I think it's actually at the stage right now where it kind of looks horrible, you know? Everything looks really bad before it gets better. And now for this section here, as I make my way up, I'm doing a very, very light pressure of this particular color. But I've got to make sure that I have a nice transition here on top of this guy. And then again here. Right here. So kind of leaving a light enough pressure that we can actually kind of add another color to this on top of this. And I don't know if I'm going to even, now I'm doing this, I'm kind of thinking that maybe green, maybe adding yellow is maybe not the right thing to do here. What do you think? Thank you, Karen. So again here, this pressure here. Now, what I'd like to do is, see, I have this dark section here. I've got to make this darker down here, though. And as I get up here, I'm going to make it dark also. So by making this part lighter and then I'll dark around it, it will help create that glow. And then I'll add some more of that turquoise color into that. So it's definitely an experiment here. Start to wonder what it would look like if you added a blending oil to this. That would be really cool. And I'm going to add a darker pressure here along the edge. So again, trying to create just a circle around those, an imaginary circle. And lighter pressure here, in here. I'm going to flip, pivot around, give it a quick sharpen. Cosmic Sky. Oh, yes. Thank you, Heather. That's a good idea. Put some fuchsia in it. Be like the night sky. Could also use a, I think I'm also going to use a white gel pen too. And add some more, add some white to it. That will really make it look cool, wouldn't it? Hopefully that pen will work. I was having some problems with that pen the other day. It seems like it works when it wants to. But I really am convinced that it has to do with the temperature in my house. Okay, there's my attempt at getting that section to be a little lighter. And then here again, lighter. And I'm coloring light enough that it's okay if I go over those antennae. And now it is time to introduce a darker color here. Okay, just want to make sure it's blended or shaded properly as we get to this section here. All right, now we need to pivot, flip, pivot and flip. It's a new thing. Think they do that on Friends? Pivot and flip? I don't know. They do. Okay, I'm going to go heavier pressure on this section here, this corner here. I did try running the pen under hot water, Sarah, and it didn't work. Can you blend the markers? Never blend markers. You mean on top of this? Yes. Oh, you mean blend markers like together with one another? Yes, you can. And you can add markers on top of this. You can do pretty much whatever you want, Diana. Right? That's right. You said you were using markers today. So again, heavy pressure in this corner. And now another quick sharpen. Only when they're on Brakeland. Pivot and flip, right? What are they flipping? Right? I don't even know. Okay, so darker pressure here, darker pressure here. Heavier pressure, I mean. Darker color is what I meant to say, heavy pressure. Okay. Now, let's take this turquoise color, wherever the heck it went. I don't know, where did it go? Here it is, you little devil. Let's look it over there. Maybe I did get a bad batch, Sarah. I don't know. I could have. Now I'm going to add this on just like a little bit of an angle. And what you could also do is, if there's too much color on here, is you can go back in with an eraser and you can kind of take the color away, just to kind of give it more of a look that it's kind of a little bit of a glow. And now let's find that fuchsia color again that Heather was telling me about. Where is it? Well, I do not know where it is. Did I drop it? I don't think so. Oh, here you are, you little devil of a pencil. Hey, thanks so much, Sandra. Ooh, glam color Sharpies. That would look cool. Diana, we'll definitely need to do, we're doing markers, when are we doing markers? We're going to do markers on December 9th for a color along, and maybe we can play around with some markers on Monday too. We can do some blending and shading. I'm just going to kind of add a little bit of this fuchsia into these little sections. Only, not a lot, but I just kind of want, see where the white is? There's kind of some white areas. And I'm just going to add just a little bit. And then I'm going to see if we can use that white pencil, or white pen, because it's kind of, it's screaming my name. Let's see if it'll work. No, it's not working. We'll use my drop pen instead. Thank you, Bev Larson. Bev, you're liking it more than me. I'm not really liking it very much. But I really like when I painted this one. So for those of you who joined in a little bit later, I took one of the pages from Mushroom Mania and I transferred it to a 6x8 inch stretch canvas, and I painted it on a canvas. And this canvas is actually available on my website right now. This stretch canvas, not this one in particular, but a pre-drawn canvas is now available for this. I'm going to be having a few more of these available on my website over the coming weeks with different different coloring pages onto canvas. Okay, so I'm going to use this Jot pen, which I really like this pen actually. You actually kind of have to squeeze it. It's kind of like just correction fluid. And let's put some maybe some little white dots around the wing. It's like a song's playing. And I'm going to flip this over so my hand doesn't go on that one. So it just kind of has a little bit of white, and then maybe just kind of like some white dots on maybe like half the mushroom here and over here. Not the whole thing, just maybe half. You could do the same thing on this with a marker. See if I have a marker close by. I have purple actually. Recommendations for markers. Oh, good question, Sandra. I love Faber-Castell markers. I love a Faber-Castell grip marker. Those are really nice. Crayola Super Tips are really nice. I don't really like I like alcohol markers, but they're not my favorite. I'm going to take my purple Bic Sharpie. I don't like Bic markers or Sharpies. I don't like the odor, but I will use it right now. Just going to add a little bit of purple. But I don't really like coloring with Sharpies. And then I'll add some purple to this one also. And I'm only kind of adding it on one little corner of it, almost like a quarter to a third of the mushroom is being covered. And then here again. And that's it. I don't want to overdo it because I don't want to have anything that is going to be overpowering for it. I think one thing that you could do is maybe you could add some glitter to it. That would look kind of cool. Chris is saying Touch New is a new brand. The main thing is that they don't have to be expensive to be good. Okay. That is such a good point. Thank you, Chris. Faber-Castell markers. Yeah, I usually I have grip markers, and then they have those duo tip markers, which, to be honest with you, they're not as great as the Faber-Castell grip markers. Maybe I have a bad batch. It feels like they're really they're kind of drying out. But you know, you got to kind of go with the brand too. Expensive isn't always great, but Faber-Castell, you can never go wrong with Faber-Castell, Derwent, Crayola. You can never go wrong with Crayola. Artesa's products, I think, are I don't really think that people realize how great they really are. I think they're really, really, really nice, and I just wish that I mean, I think they're getting more and more popular. But I'm going to add a little bit of this pink to the underside of this. I've got to get Scarlett to stop barking. Hang on a second. Hey, Scarlett. What are you barking at, honey? Come on, lay down, my friend. Lay down. This is a Sakura Jelly Roll pen that I have in my hand. I'm just kind of giving it like the underside, like you would do maybe with grayscale to kind of, you know, it's not really outlining it. I'm just kind of giving it like a low light of this particular color. And then you could kind of do the same thing here. Not really outlining it, but I'm just kind of giving it, you know, a little bit of something underneath there. Just so it kind of looks like it's almost going to pop out even more, you know? Thank you, Chris. Is your... Robin says her dog is barking at my dog. I know, poor Scarlett. Scarlett has just got like, she's on neighborhood watch. My friend Scarlett. All right, so I didn't really add anything to the other part of it. The only thing that I do want to do is add, is take this this dark blue color again, and on this side here, I just feel like it needs to be a little bit darker. And then I could add some black on top of all of this darker blue, just to make it look even darker. Okay, so let me take just this midnight color and just kind of, I'm just going to add it into the corners. Not the whole thing, but see right there into that corner, again here, and into here. So it just kind of looks like it gives it a little bit of a pick-me-up, just to kind of increase the glow of those mushrooms just kind of popping. Not popping, popping, right? Just those poppin' mushrooms. That would be kind of a cool name for a book, Poppin' Mushrooms. So again, in these corners, just kind of the little crevices, the nooks and crannies, right? And then maybe even like right here. And then you could actually kind of add a little bit of a black under the underside of these wings. And that's it. And I'm gonna leave it because I feel like I'm just kind of like, you know, doing too much to it. Hey, Pat Christie. So, yeah, I feel like I'm just kind of doing too much. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is. So what I want to do now is just do a quick flip through, and then I'll let you go because you've been here for a while, and I appreciate it. Flip through this book. This book is available on Amazon. The sale has been extended for this book. It's only $7.99. I'm going to pop a link right here. But you can go ahead and... and color the page that I've given out as a freebie, and you can post it on the event page for this. And you, by Monday, this Monday at 8 a.m. Eastern time, and on Monday's color along at 10 a.m., the winner will be announced to win a copy of this book. So that is what's happening. So here is 24 pages to color, 2 copies of every page, so you can color twice or share with a friend, or I don't know, only let your dog color it. Thank you, Sandra. Or you can just keep color them twice for yourself, forget the friends, you know. Thank you, Chris. So this is the cool book, Mushroom Mania. It has hidden dogs in it. All of my dogs, past and present. I was going to put future, but I'm not really sure. You know. Here's my dog May, who's no longer with me. My dog Georgia, that's no longer with me. And they're just kind of hidden amongst the grass. There is Scarlet, and there is Paisley, and there is my little dog nephew Charlie. So I hope that you can check, and here's my dog Willie, who's no longer with me also. So I hope you can check out this book. It's on Amazon. It's a great gift for a Christmas present, for the holiday season, any other type of holiday gift that you need. And check it out on Amazon. This is a really cool book. 24 pages to color, 2 copies each, $7.99, 8.5 by 11-inch book. And here's my finished page. Hey, thanks so much for joining me today, everyone. I hope I will see you all again on Monday at the Color Along, where we'll announce the winner of this book. Have a great day, everyone.